Hello speakers, I am back and today I'm going to be talking about questions employers ask in interviews, right? We always go on interviews, especially when we're a first-time job seeker and we're going to that first interview and we're trying to figure out what kind of questions are they going to ask, or or we're just getting out of college or whatever it is, okay? So I'm going to talk about some questions that employers ask during an interview. Just in case.
Number one,
you want to know?
number one,
Stick
tell
around.
me about the last time you felt anger on a job.
Number two, what can our company offer you that the previous company that you worked at can't? Number three, how ambitious are you? They want to know that one. Number four, do you prefer to work in a large company, a small company, a medium company? They want to know. So, what kind of previous work experience that you have that relates to this job? So, how do you deal with being under pressure? So, can you deal with 20 million things at once? Technically, they normally don't ask it that way, but they will normally say, so how well do you do under pressure? How do you multitask? Is what they will ask you. If we were to contact two of the references you have listed, what would they say about you? If you could have any job in the world, what would it be and why? What are the most important rewards that you expect from your job? And can you give us any previous conflicts that happened at your previous job, and how did you deal with those conflicts? Well, those conflicts could have to do with work, your personal life. You tell me, how do you deal with conflicts when they arise? Have you ever worked in a group setting? How well do you work with a group? Do you have any experience in this field? What techniques or tools do you use to keep yourself organized? They want to know, are you organized? Are you an organized person? Some of these questions may be trying to trick you, so you got to listen clearly. And if you need to take some time to think about it, breathe and just think, and then give them the most natural answer possible. Hey, what are your lifelong dreams? They won't ask you like that, but what are 3 positive things your last boss or supervisor will say about you? What would they say? What would they say? Give me some qualities of a good leader. How do you feel about taking no for an answer? How do you feel? Tell me the difference between good and exceptional. Okay, this is one that I feel like they do seriously try to trick you on, okay? They'll normally say it like this. There's no right or wrong answer. But if you could be anywhere in the world, where would it be? Right now, where would it be? Or sometimes they'll say, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? But then, like I said, starting out, they'll tell you there's no right or wrong answer. So you got to pick, you got to choose what you say carefully and why. What would you do if you won the lottery? Ka-ching, ka-ching! What would you do if you won the lottery? They want to know. Who are your heroes? Who are your heroes? Anybody? Who are your heroes? Who makes you strong, motivated, confident? Who makes you you? What are some things that you like to do for fun? Name 3. What do you like to do for fun? Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys a few stupid questions that I feel like employers should probably not ask in an interview, because honestly, sometimes they just don't pertain to the position. What is your favorite memory from childhood? Like, why in the world does that matter? Sometimes it doesn't even pertain to the job at all. Are you guys just being nosy? What is it? Why do you want to know this? Number 2, what do you do in your spare time? And I'm thinking like, now why does this matter? Do you want to hang out with me in my spare time? Is this important? No. Do you have children? And I'm thinking the whole time, why does it matter if I have children? Actually, I think that question is illegal They are not allowed to ask you anymore. From what I know, from my knowledge, they are not allowed to ask you whether or not if you have children. That's something that they shouldn't be asking you. But a lot of them do try to be tricky. They'll try to switch it around where they'll say, what keeps you busy in your spare time? You know, like that question that I said where they're like, what do you do in your spare time? You might quick jump the gun and be like, I spend time with my kids. Boom, they gotcha. And then another one, what do you dread about work? And I'm thinking like, yeah, like seriously, like I'm gonna tell you what I dread about work. Describe a tough period in your career. Tough period in my career. Psych. I'm not telling you. Another one. This is how they get you again with the children one, okay? Are you planning on having children? And then, being the proud mother or father that you are, you might say, I already have kids. And I love my kids dearly. Well, they got you. Careful. Be careful. Are you going to get married? Now, why in the world do you need to know if I'm gonna get married or not? And if they ask you a question like that, say, well, if the right guy comes along or if the right girl comes along. But most of the time they seem to ask women, what 3 things will you bring to a desert island? Huh? Really? Really? Come on, guys. Really? Really? Another one. What is your favorite color? I mean, honestly, in my interview for an art class here, am I trying to be an art teacher? Unless I'm not trying to do anything with art or any of that. Why do you need to know the type of color I like? I have the right to like any color, okay? So don't ask, don't ask, okay? The children one keeps coming up in my head. Maybe because I have children and I've been asked this so many times and I just have to share it with you all. Are you expecting? Breathe. Even if a person have a baby bump or not, you're actually banned from asking this question because a family marshal and family status is, it's off. It's banned, you guys. It's banned. Don't ask. How old are you? Employers out there of the world, try not to ask stupid questions. And most of these questions, you can actually get sued or you can get in really big, deep, unnecessary trouble. So try to stay away from asking unreasonable questions to your employees or hirees or whatever they're called, whatever we're called of the world. Asking stupid and unreasonable question, you run the risk of not hiring someone that is actually a really good hiree or employee, and you run the risk of maybe possibly getting a lawsuit. Now, you wouldn't want that, would you? Also, for people who are going out there and just job seeking or looking for jobs and came across this video, definitely I hope that you would take some of these tips and you will learn from this and recognize the questions that they ask you and learn from this, and note that some of these they cannot ask you, and if they do ask you questions that you know are within their standards to ask, just try to answer as best as possible, but make sure that you think rationally before answering the questions. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, all my speakers out there. Oh, and make sure, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.